Welcome to the Fashion Lab. We're going to do a quick video here of traditional cut and slash pattern grading. As you can see here, we have all of our pattern pieces laid out. We have where we want to have our slash lines, and now we're going to select the Pathfinder divide. So we've selected the patterns and those lines. You can see that we have a couple of little bits of extra bits added here that are not part of our pattern that were created with the divide technique. So we're just going to delete them first of all with our direct selection tool. Then we select our pattern and ungroup. The Pathfinder tool will make it automatically group. So we select our top pieces, work out our grading increment, open our keyboard preferences and type in our amount including the increment symbols. Using our keyboard arrows, hit up, then select the next slot, add in that variable if it's different, the increments, and hit your arrows up so that moves up the next one. Select the next grouping, and once again, if it's the same or different, add in the increments, hit the up arrow, and now we have all of our up increments right. So now what we're going to do is move our sideway ones, which this time it's going to be simple because our increments are going to stay the same. So we're going to type in an increment, including its unit abbreviation, then do the opposite side, and add to that, move that aside, make sure that we've got all of these ones over here. Now you can see we've cut and slashed all of our patterns. So we are going to now select all of our pattern pieces, and we are going to take away the fill. So we just have an outline. So we've got the outline now, and now we want to deselect. With our direct selection tool, just select some of those internal lines and click once. Click off it so nothing is selected, and continue. Make sure you only click it once, and now we have our pattern in pieces. Now sometimes we might have a third piece that we just don't need, so just make sure you delete those. And now we're ready to join our bits and pieces. And sometimes if you have a stray anchor point, it doesn't work as easily. So here we go. We're going to marquee those two anchor points, but it looks like there might be an extra one there. So we get an error message. So we're just going to click on the point itself and hold Shift and click on the other point and go Control J. This will join it automatically. So now we can work our way around, and you can see I've tried to do the bottom one and it hasn't worked. So we want to make sure that when we're doing this, that we don't have any stray anchor points. Okay, work our way around. Select those two. You can see there's an extra point, so you've got to make sure there's only 2 points. I'm going to smooth it out, so Control Shift Alt J. This particularly is important when you start getting close to the underarm. Can you see how they don't really join up? And normally people just have to sort of smooth it off later. Whereas if you use the Control Shift Alt J, you actually end up with a lot of that process already being sorted out for you at this stage. You may still want to go and clean it up, but it's a lot faster and almost done. As you can see from the first side, it already looks quite beautiful. Okay, so some more Control Shift Alt J. So what that does is it averages out where those points would have as a meeting point. It sort of halves the distance and the height, and that's where they both end up meeting. So you end up with a really nice smooth transition. Okay, just one more, and we go that. And now you can see we've got smooth neck and our whole pattern. Oh, actually, I think there's one piece missing on the back. There we go.